places to fill in our second semi-final to meet the likes of Mousetrap. No, Pipsqueak's left back to the shore, Spawn of Scutterer there. Wild Thing as well. Can anyone control and beat that? And from the last heat, battling their way through, Exterminator 2 finally beating the seeded mighty Behemoth. So let's have more purveyors of pumping, penetrating punishments!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man with more enterprise than Captain Kirk, Craig Charles.
You know, there's many unexplained phenomena in the world, like poltergeists. They're the ones who throw crockery across the room. In fact, I think I married one. Or there's the Bermuda Triangle, the only place you can wear big, brightly coloured shorts and not look like an idiot. But most bizarre of all is Robot Wars. Why do so many people tune in to watch 6 remote-controlled wheelie things senselessly bash each other out? Maybe because it's bloomin' good fun. So, who's explaining all this week?
As usual, Craig, the Seeds kept afar. Agrabot 2, number 20 against newcomers Sawpoint and Oblivion, and a very good machine, number 4 Seeds Panic Attack against S.M.I.D.S.Y back again, as our Overkill GTI. They're now with Jules in the pits. Oh, but she's not in her brightly coloured Bermuda shorts. What a shame.
In the pits, we have 3 ferocious-looking robots for the melees. Overkill, GTI, zooped up, 2 pneumatic flippers at the front there. It's ferocious. It's a wedge. It'll do what a wedge does, and it's bulletproof. Here we have another team. Sorry, mate, I didn't see you. That's the name of the team. Sorry, mate, I didn't see you. In leather, in keeping with the bikers. Now, they met on the internet. That's when they decided to build the robot. And we have some gnashing, ferocious jaws at the front there, apparently. What's that made of?
That's gas main. We picked it when they're digging up the roads. They don't want to put pickaxes through the pipes. We figured they wouldn't put pickaxes through the side of the robot.
Well, let's hope not. How fast does it go?
Oh, yesterday we did 70 miles an hour.
70 miles?
On the motorway.
Get out of here. And the Panic Attack team, I don't think we really even need to introduce them. We know exactly who they are. The winners of the second wars, an awesome robot, but did go out to Firestorm in the third, so potentially a grudge match there, we think.
Possibly, yeah. We'll have to sort that one out. Our driving's a lot better now, so they can look out if we need them.
Good. Well, let's get them through the melee first, and for one, the bell is tolling.
Well, they've talked the talk, but can they walk the walk? Let the wars begin!
And seat number 4, Panic Attack.
Don't panic! This is a sturdy machine protected by bulletproof fiberglass and at 18.6 kilos, the heaviest in the heat. No blades or knives, but forks, electrically powered, can raise hopes. Champions of the second series, but in the third wars, they beat Axios, Choe Cutter and Exterminator and looked good until Firestorm beat them in the semis.
Hello, we're Team Panic Attack. My name's Kim Davis, this is my son Michael, and this is Christian, and this is our robot Panic Attack. We're back from the previous wars with a new chassis. We have skirts to stop other robots getting underneath. We have our self-righting mechanism. We have our weapon, which is very powerful. We've done it before, and we're going to do it again.
From Western Supermare, Overkill GTI line.
Goes into overdrive with the power from Caravan winch motors, protected with the same insulation used in race drivers' overalls, so the same specs as nuclear power stations and space travel. Get into orbit in Series 3? No, they didn't even get past the first round. 101 were too destructive for Overkill. Now they're GTI, can they go one step further?
My name's Lawrence, this is Laurie, and this is James, and this is Overkill. From the last wars, we had a weapon which was a petrol chainsaw. This year, we have pneumatic rams, 2 of, which combined give 7,500 newtons. This should be enough to throw another robot clean into the air.
From Maidstone in Kent, S.M.I.D.S.Y.
The name means, sorry mate, I didn't see you. The power from 2 motors, the wheels from go-karts. The jaw weapon is operated by a luxury car seat actuator, but in the last series they had radio signal problems. That meant they went out to Ratus. Despite looking good, promising, it was the end for S.M.I.D.S.Y.
Hi, I'm Mike from Team Ixion. This is
Robin and Andy and his S.M.I.D.S.Y. Upgraded from the last war. We've got titanium side panels instead of aluminium. We've lowered the gearing so it'll steer better. The jaw motor is powerful enough to lift another robot up while we're pushing along. We can run right way up or upside down. We've got spikes on the back to do extra damage. Called S.M.I.D.S.Y. Sorry mate, I didn't see you. If you're a biker or a cyclist, you know exactly what that means.
Roboteers, stand by.
Overkill, GTI, Laurie Burke with the fair hair and James Yule at the controls. Laurie's dad, Lawrence, watching on from the audience. S.M.I.D.S.Y. The internet team there at the controls, Robin Bennett with the glasses, and Panic Attack with Kim Davis. Very good driver, and the two boys, Michael Davis, his son, and Christian Bridge.
3, 2, 1.
Young Christian actually won a competition to take part in the Panic Attack team and nudged there on Overkill immediately from the front lifting forks. We've seen them before in the wars. Now on the attack on Overkill again was S.M.I.D.S.Y. and look at the damage caused here to the arena floor. A great chunk taken out. Please replace your divots, Overkill GTI. Trying to get back in favour with the judges on the attack on Panic Attack and also on S.M.I.D.S.Y. Don't forget S.M.I.D.S.Y. can run upside down. Panic Attack wedging Overkill against the side spike now. That's a good attack by Panic Attack. As I said before, Kim Davis is one of the most respected drivers in the wars. Here he is, nudging S.M.I.D.S.Y. Overkill still wedged on the arena wall. In comes Matilda. Overkill going nowhere at this moment in time. Lifted up by Panic Attack. Tremendously powerful, those forklifts. Overkill a little bit fortunate to get away. Still alive, S.M.I.D.S.Y. the meat in the sandwich there. And flicked over, that won't bother them. Overkill away from the flame pit, little lick of flame there, but they're okay. Overkill, and don't forget, they are inflammable, they tell us. The motor's rewound with Teflon and Nomex insulation. Overkill trying to use its Shremek on the arena sidewall to get away. I'm not too sure if they can for all the insulation. They're stuck, aren't they? Panic Attack, a little nudge. Down comes Overkill. Wee bit fortunate to get away there. From the controls, the bearded Mike Reed looking out. This is Overkill onto the arena wall, and Dead Metal coming in, and the saw, the circular saw blade comes down now onto Overkill GTI. Polycarbonate and steel body at the moment withstanding that pressure. S.M.I.D.S.Y. pushes away Panic Attack where they simply reversing to come in with another slam on S.M.I.D.S.Y. Panic Attack doing all the aggressive work here. If you had to pick the most troubled robot of these three, I'd go for Overkill. They're being pushed against the arena wall right now, down towards the CPZ, the corner patrol zone. Don't forget that's where the house robots live. You go in there, they can attack you. And that's Killalot nearly attacking S.M.I.D.S.Y. again. Overkill is one of those tyres been punctured. They seem rather lopsided. Get into the hard shoulder, boys. Call out one of the rescue services. I think you're going to need them. Panic Attack. A bit of a tug of war with S.M.I.D.S.Y. They've been impressive so far with Robin Bennett, a computer controller, computer programmer at those controls. Now this is Panic Attack just away from Sergeant Bash. Away from the arena wall, and that's the first time we've seen the S.M.I.D.S.Y. jaws operated, and it goes to the judges. Very close for all three teams. There they are, they'll deliberate. We'll count up the marks for style, control, damage, and aggression. What clues have you got? Well, that's Overkill being slammed against the arena wall. S.M.I.D.S.Y. using the jaws very late on. Gonna be close, isn't it?
Well, the judgment's in, and it's over and out for Overkill.
Well, you lost to a pretty worthy opponent, did you not?
Certainly did.
The winner of the second wars.
Yeah, very good team. We couldn't lose one of them better.
I know, but it's still
And
quite
Kim's-
gutting though, isn't it?
Well, there you go. The Kim's a great guy, and, you know, both good teams.
But lovely kids. Are you gutted?
Marginally gutted, yeah. I was hoping for better, but, you know, they were a good team, good robot, you know.
And any changes for next wars?
Haven't really talked about it yet.
Well, I think you should be. You haven't got long. These things take years to build.
But it still works. I mean, it didn't last year.
Oh, well, you've been a great team. We've enjoyed having you here. See you next wars.
Thanks.
always had a sense, though, that it would be over and out for Overkill. S.M.I.D.S.Y and Panic Attack go through. Next up, Oblivion and Sore Point against number 20 seed, Agrabot.
Ready to bust some moves in the melee, we have Agrabot. Powered by 2 wheelchair motors here. My favourite thing about it is the crossbow-powered Zonka, which does that.
Total penetration.
It's cross. Moving on, we have Oblivion, totally oblivious to pain. Titanium, aerospace-grade aluminium. It's pretty impressive. They've got a massive chopper. And powered by 2 Sinclair C5 motors. Hope they have more luck than Sir Clive. And headed up by Steve here, our private investigator, who's the driver, but he should really be the tactician, don't you think?
Well,
We have Sore Point, and it will be for some, because these here are just the wheels. The real damage is caused by the harpoon here. It splits and twists, and there will be wailing in the arena.
From Dorking and seeded number 20, Agrabot.
3 brothers built this using steel aluminium alloy off a skip. 2 electric wheelchair motors again, and the secret weapon, the hydraulic Zonka, a crossbow which punches holes in anything. What's this capable of? In the last wars, defeating highly fancied Razor in astonishing style. Razor thought they'd won, but they got stuck in the pirouette of delight.
I'm Peter, this is Bob, this is John. We're the Leach brothers. This is Agrabot 2, the product of 9 months hard work since the end of the last wars. It's got a lifting nose and a spike at the back end, which inflicts damage like 20mm bullet holes.
This is what we're here for, to do damage, serious damage to other robots. Nothing else but.
From London, Oblivion.
Built by 2 brothers at school of titanium, dural and polycarbonate. The drive motors come from a C5, the armour from aerospace materials, and the electric axe can send anything to Oblivion.
Hi, we're Team Trinity, and this is our robot Oblivion. It's 4-wheel drive, as you can see, and it's got 2 Sinclair C5 motors driving the robot. Our main weapon is this whopping big axe, which is powered by a seriously large motor. We're up to do some serious damage with that. So, what can I say? The house show is better watch out.
From Burnham-on-Crouch in Essex, Sore Point.
The only new machine into the front line of Robot Wars in this heat, wheelchair motor powered, made from mild steel and polycarbonate. The weapons are ramming spike, snowplow, and those Sore Point blades.
Hello, my name's Steve, and this is my team member Damien, and this is our machine Sore Point. Controversial design, large 60cm saw blades as part of the weaponry. We've got a front impaling spike, and we've also got a rear ram. The whole machine works upside down as well, so if we get flipped over, basically it doesn't really affect us. Yeah, very mean machine.
Roboteers, stand by.
Thrash 'em, trash 'em, the message for Agrabot, with the Leach brothers at the controls. That's Peter Leach at the left-hand side, and Sore Point, with Stephen Thomas there on the right, Damien Smith on the left, and Oblivion 2 from Wallington in Surrey, with the Belendron family. There's Dad Sapai on the right.
2, 1.
Oblivion 2 test their robot on the street. The neighbours have complained about the noise. Oblivion 2 under attack immediately from Sore Point. Wonderful wheels, great creation. Oh, hey, a bit wobbly though. Oblivion 2 going nowhere. Sore Point. What are they doing on those blades? They're all over the place. Reminds me of a chariot race in an old Hollywood matinee. Here they come between Agrabot and Oblivion. Great competitors, up and over, hurdle race. Super stuff, Sore Point. I hope they go all the way. Agrabot on the attack. Sore Point driving in on dead metal. That's Sergeant Bash. Oblivion 2 seems to be immobilised right from the start here. The Belendron team, Surin and Tavaragan and Sapphire, their dad, a business stationer, and they're rather stationary, aren't they, Oblivion? This is Agrabot under pressure from Sore Point. Oh dear! Agrabot here against the circular saw blades. There's a little spike. Do you see that out of the front there of Agrabot? The captive crossbow hydraulic Zonka. But this is not what Oblivion 2 wants to see, because Killalot has it at its mercy, flings it, discards it across the arena floor. They were immobilised right from the start, right from the very first crunch. What a shame for them after so much work. And now Dead Metal comes in with a circular saw. Oh, look at that slicing through. And Saw Point from the wobbly start has pushed Agrabot 2 into CPZ. It's all over, of course, for Oblivion 2. A little bit tattered and tarnished. The House Robots come in for their play. There's the pit. We know that's descended. And look at circular saws. Saw Point weapons there on Agrabot. But Oblivion 2 down the pit any moment now. I wonder if they can retain their weaponry. This is Agrabot, little nudge of the head. They know they're safe. The whole head is hydraulic. There's the axe of Oblivion 2, which never came into play, and they are sent to Oblivion 2. Built at Trinity School in Croydon and beaten by our own Trinity of House Robots, the Belendran boys. Agrabot 2 looked convincing. Not too sure about those Saw Point boys, though.
Oblivion obliterated. Agrabot and Saw Point go through.
Hard luck for the Oblivion team, but it's Agrabot 2 and Saw Point who go through with Panic Attack and S.M.I.D.S.Y. The seeds kept apart in the next round. The attack meets Saw Point and Agrabot 2. They're against S.M.I.D.S.Y.
So luck wasn't on your side.
No, unfortunately, when we hit Saw Point, the front of the robot got bent, which meant that it lifted our wheels off the floor and we couldn't move.
What about some more ground clearance for the next walls?
Yeah, it would be a good idea. It's just there's a really fine tolerance because you saw last year Chaos 2 won by flipping people over, and so we thought we could overcome that this year by having a very low ground clearance, but it didn't work for us this year.
You do need luck in Robot Wars. It's not all about tactics.
Obviously, and our axe was working as well until Saw Point managed to chop that off as well, as you can see here.
Yeah, so you wouldn't work from the transmitter?
No.
What can I say?
Nothing.
Back for more next war.
Hopefully, yeah.
Well, for our surviving robots, it's time for some contemplation. But I want devastation. It's our Pinball Warrior Tournament.
Great, time is getting short. Only 2 robots to go to depose Gemini from the top of our leaderboard. 255 points, a mighty score, though. But let's give our penultimate challengers a go.
From Woking in Surrey, Invertebrate.
A test of drivers' skill, control, pace. Lots of points to be gained around the arena floor. Veterans of Robot Wars in the past, the Invertebrate team.
2, 1. Activate.
5 points for each barrel knocked over. That's the normal course for competing robots in the Pinball Warrior Challenge. A bit hesitant, so that's 15 points already gained. Then all around the arena you have target boards guarded by the House Robots. There's Bash. If you can get that huge silver sphere into a pit, that's 25 points, but no one's done it yet. This isn't a great run so far from Invertebrate. Open those car doors, you'll get 25 points. They seem to be caught in 2 minds. So 25 points for the car doors. Well done. Into the CPZ, back through the doors. Now you see that ramp, if you can get up and over the ramp with a successful run, you can get 20 points for crossing the bridge. 50 points there on the side of the arena wall. Matilda, a little nudge from behind. And 50 points gained. Now away towards, well, I thought they were going towards the multi-ball release there. Top of your picture. Why did they veer away? Turning slowly. This is a very ponderous run.
Cease.
Too slow. Indecisive. Not enough points on the board, I'm afraid. Disappointing, that one. Right from the start, tentative nudge at the barrels, I thought. And where from here then, boys? Well, the sphere, not many robots get that down the pit. Yes, 25 points scored for the open car doors. Stuttering. They'll be disappointed. I make it rough tally, 95 points. We'll wait to see if that's confirmed. It won't alter the leaderboard at all. And it'll leave Gemini still on top. 255 points, 95 points confirmed for Invertebrate. Only kilohertz now to challenge those leaders.
If you're all very, very good, we'll have more psychopathic pinball carnage soon. But right now, it's back to the wars.
Craig, a reminder of our Heat semi-finals here. Agrabot 2, the seeded robot against S.M.I.D.S.Y, and Panic Attack number 4 seeds against the newcomer Sawpoint.
Kim, you've been here many times before, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
We've got a newcomer. Are you getting tense for the rest of the team? Because they're probably pretty calm. They've been here before,
Yes.
haven't they?
Yes.
You're all tense. Have you ever faced a robot like the one you're about to face before?
No, it's really weird. It's got great big discs, cutting disc for wheels, a pointy thing on the front. It's going to be difficult. I don't know what to do with it yet. So.
Well, they've apparently got about 8 inches of ground clearance, but who knows what that means?
Well, we go straight underneath it. I'm hoping to just check it out the arena if we can.
Yeah. And with those spikes, I think you're in with a pretty good chance. There's a lot more than 8 inches there.
Yeah.
Stephen, our tactician.
Yes.
Going into the arena now.
Absolutely.
What tactics can you have against Panic Attack?
I think it's going to be panic, and attack, really.
Panic, run away! I have to say, his spikes look a little bit larger than your ground clearance.
Yeah, but we'll run over them and...
Can you draw straight forward, please? 30 foot.
It's all happening. And there you go, there's Panic Attack waiting for you. I'm going to leave you to it. This is too tense.
Stand by.
Panic Attack, winners of the second wars. There's Kim Davis, very experienced, and Sawpoint. Oh, Bossy Britches in the pits there. Go on, boys, get out into the arena.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Panic Attack's tactics here, quite clear, I would imagine. Get in, get underneath, flip it up and over. But look at the power there of Sawpoint. And Panic Attack couldn't get it underneath the wedge first time. Can do with a second assault, though. Sawpoint on its side, and the prong is crumpled and bent by the attack of Panic Attack. Look at that! I think the prong on the wheel of Sawpoint was dug into the arena surface, and Panic Attack has really bent and buckled it. Now onto the arena side wall. Sawpoint up, up, heave-ho! Here we go! Weep and woe! For Sawpoint, surely! Kim Davis, like a dog with a bone, will not give up now! Sawpoint riding piggyback. They need to ride shotgun here and get back in on the assault. Panic Attack very much under control here. They've glued themselves on to Sawpoint. They will not let go now. There's Kim Davis at the controls. His son Michael from Llantarnam Comprehensive looks on, and Christian Bridge, the newcomer from King's School in Macclesfield, delighted because they know Sawpoint, brave newcomers, have been beaten here. Sawpoint, the smoke there from the arena. Man trap. It's a bot trap, of course, in Robot Wars. Sawpoint, beaten, bruised, buckled. Love the invention, though, of Stephen Thomas, the communications engineer, and Damien Smith, who helped design the robot, did the graphics for Sawpoint as well. This is Dead Metal, of course. A pincer movement from the House Robots. They now know Sawpoint, Stephen Thomas, and Damien Smith, you belong to them. Dead Metal on the right and Kill-A-Lot on the left. And Sawpoint being tugged and twisted between the two. There they go! Towards the pit! And doom and disaster. Well, no, not for me for Sawpoint, because they've been great fun. And I hope we see them back again in the future. Panic Attack on the attack on Kill-A-Lot! And Kill-A-Lot will remember that, Kim Davis, you can be sure. Sawpoint, of course, beaten and out of it. Kim Davis, Michael and Christian go through. Kill-A-Lot has a little glance at Panic Attack, and they can only watch on as the Welsh boys attack Shunt and the House Robots. In comes Bash. What are you doing, Panic Attack? You may smile. We'll be smiling on the other side of our faces. You wait and see.
Well, Panic Attack are definitely back. Sawpoint in the pits. Panic Attack go through.
Why am I shaking?
Why is he shaking your hand?
Absolutely.
Well, it must be a sore point
It's
coming up against this 4th seed and an ex-champion.
Yeah, well, if you're going to lose to someone, I guess it's got to be to someone good, hasn't it? So he's...
What was the design of that robot? I mean, are those saws, how hard are they?
Well, they are extremely hard. In all the punishment, there's probably the only 2 bits I'll be able to salvage out of all of this. But, yeah, as I said, it'll make the basis of the next design, so I will be back. And,
you did take a fair amount of punishment.
I did take a very...
I was convinced you were going out of the arena.
So, I think this gentleman was convinced I was going out of the arena.
He couldn't pull it off, though, could he?
Just couldn't do it, and he tried so hard. But...
So it was the pit of oblivion instead.
It certainly was, yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Saw Point. Yes! You naughty boys. I mean, not only were you not content with wrecking that Saw Point, then you had to try and get Killalot in the pit. Then you took on Shunt. Now, you remember, don't you, that Killalot's got a long memory. He's got a memory like an elephant.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a driver.
It's not... I'll blame it on me dad. I was convinced you were going to get him out of the arena.
We really tried, but just couldn't get him out. So I tried about 3 times, I think it was, but he just wouldn't go over the top.
You gave him a piggyback for ages as well.
Yeah, I thought, well, do a lap of honour with him. And then they opened the pit, so...
You're getting very cocky, though. Getting very cocky, taking on Killalot. You think he's going to forget about that?
No, he's not going to forget. We can look out next round.
Well, we've seeded you 4. You know, I've always said to you that, you know, everyone's always underestimated your robot, but we're not underestimating it now, are we?
Well, perhaps they'll learn that way.
Yeah. Some difficult fights to come.
I think so.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's just great.
Are you confident?
Not really, but as usual, we'll see how we go.
We'll give it a go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Panic Attack.
Point of packing up, ready to go home.
Yeah.
Now, I might add that if you'd spent less time nosing into other people's business and more looking into the opposition, you might have done better.
Well, there is always that, but when you come up with a sort of unconventional design, you do tend to pay the price, and this was it, see. But I think there's a winning concept here, deep down, and yeah, we sustained a lot of damage, and I think, yeah, it's this way, we can just build a new one and start again, really.
Well, why not? They
Absolutely.
were tough competition, though, weren't they? Let's check out the damage they did to you.
It starts really from the damage to the actual wheels themselves. They all had a very good blow. It's all sort of front facial metalwork, the lids. It's all both.
He got hold of you and basically sort of carried you.
Yeah,
around
he was
like a trophy.
just. Yeah, I know, it was terrible.
And
really,
you were the ones
wasn't it?
wailing in that arena, weren't you?
And yeah, and then the house robots done their little bit. They sort of decided to chop the whole back end off, which was really nice of them.
Because they can.
Because they can. This is very true. I think I actually done very well considering the opposition.
Good. Good, you have. They were the number 4 seed.
They were the number 4 seed, and yeah, as I said, I've enjoyed it. So I just think, yeah, I'll lick my wounds, learn by my mistakes, and
and you'll be back
I'll
for
be back.
more whaling.
You will see Saw Point
again.
Again, definitely.
We hope so.
Oh, you will.
Well done.
Without a doubt.
Glad to hear that. Saw Point will be back. Not in this programme, though. Panic Attack going through to the heat final to meet either S.M.I.D.S.Y or Agrobot 2, number 20 seeds.
This is going to be an interesting one because you're very evenly matched, aren't you?
I think so, yeah. We look to be the same sort of robot. Same sort of sides, work both ways up. We'll see.
But we're a nicer colour.
You're a beautiful colour.
Absolutely.
So it comes down to power. Do you know what's inside theirs?
What's inside theirs? I've only got 4 wheels, haven't we? Ours are bigger.
Your wheels are bigger.
Our wheels are bigger.
Well, it's going to be power, isn't it? And it's going to be driving. Who's in control?
He is.
It's down to me, yeah.
On your head bit.
I'm
and,
walking home tonight, yeah.
Let's just hope they don't see you coming.
Do they think they're going to wipe the floor with us?
They said they're going to smash you and pound you, put you in the house robots, in the pit, flip you right out of the arena.
Oh, that's okay then.
Yes, now, you're quite evenly matched, aren't you?
Yes.
Slightly smaller.
Yeah, we've got about the same sort of pushing power. We've got similar weapons. It's going to be down to a bit of luck, driver skill. We'll see how it goes. Could go to the judges.
Get in there and do your damnedest.
Thank you.
Stand by.
That's S.M.I.D.S.Y, slightly the smaller but the 2. There's Mike Reed on the right-hand side, all smiles, and Agrobot 2. Don't forget they have that hydraulic zonker bob on the right at the controls. And what's for sure for the Leach brothers, it won't be a hair-raising experience, let's be honest about things. Agrabot 2 on the right-hand side. Now on the left of your picture as S.M.I.D.S.Y comes in on the attack side by side. S.M.I.D.S.Y away from the flames. Whoa, a lick of flame to the top there, burning paint and graphics charcoal effect now on the top of S.M.I.D.S.Y. Sorry, mate. Didn't see you there, says Agrabot as it turns away. S.M.I.D.S.Y with a little bit of a broadside on Agrabot. S.M.I.D.S.Y has the jaws operated by the car seat actuator. Agrabot 2 has the hydraulic zonker, the little punch, but it's at the other end of the machine as it comes in on the attack now with the lifting nose cone. Trying to get in underneath S.M.I.D.S.Y, that'll be difficult. It's got a 1-inch adjustable ground clearance, S.M.I.D.S.Y, and they ram Agrabot 2 against the arena sidewall. Don't forget Agrabot capable of beating Razor in the last wars, and Razor, a phenomenal machine. But it's S.M.I.D.S.Y here doing all the work. Mike Reed to the left-hand side. Robin Bennett's actually at the controls right now. Andy Pugh, the weapons operator. And it's S.M.I.D.S.Y here on top of this heat semi-final for me. Again, slamming in underneath Agrabot. Agrabot, the little piggyback coming down onto the arena floor over the flame pit in the end. So that's good style and control and aggression from S.M.I.D.S.Y. They're on top. Should this go to the judges? I'm sure of that. Although the judges are a lot brainier than I. They have all the university degrees. I can but read and write sometimes. This is S.M.I.D.S.Y now with a little slam on Agrabot again in towards the CBZ. The Agrabot boys trying to crane their neck and have a look out, and Agrabot on fire it seems as the fire burnt itself out. In comes Sergeant Bash with the crumpling jaws. Agrabot finished here. The sweat on the brows of the Leach brothers, Peter, Bob and John, and they know their dream has come to an end. They're on the floor flipper. Look at that carnage, stuffing being ripped out of Agrabot, quite literally. And it's the end for Agrabot on the arena floor flipper. Just about nudged away by dead metal, but it's tattered and torn, sliced, diced. No luck with the throw of the dice either for Agrabot today. What on earth is that sort of stuffing in there in the nose cone? Looks like foam rubber. Can't be, surely they wouldn't have stuffed that in there. It is, you know, I think. Well, they're out, Agrabot 2. Disappointing for them. But a very good performance, I thought, by S.M.I.D.S.Y. Underrated machine these boys have.
Well, Agrobot is an aggro burger. S.M.I.D.S.Y are through to the heat finals.
Whoa. Only got beat a little bit.
What can I say? I think Agrobot's got agoraphobia now because he's not going to be going out for a while, is he?
Well, scratches. I think he needs a little bit of paintwork.
Oh, I tell you, you took an awful lot of damage there, didn't you?
Oh, well, that's what we're here for, isn't it?
True. You seem to take it in good spirits as well.
Well, we have a few spirits when we're making it. That's why it don't go so well.
Nice to see you back again. Ladies and gentlemen, Agrobot! With a name like S.M.I.D.S.Y, you expect it to be like a little kitten or something like that. But there's nothing kittenish about that robot, isn't it?
Oh, and it's a Yorkshire Terrier. It's a battler, isn't it?
It's a strong one, isn't it? And it keeps on going.
Yeah.
It pulverised him.
Yeah, we thought it'd be really close, and it was down to driving. Robin was just stunning. We just in and in and in. Excellent.
Well, you did have a lot of hand from the house robots, though, because they lost drive and power, and then the house robots came in and
they got them in the end, didn't they? They did the big damage. I mean, look at that.
Well, I wouldn't get too...
And we got nicely char grilled.
I wouldn't get too comfortable, because you're meeting Panic Attack in the next round.
Yeah. We're very scared.
That is going to be a serious, serious battle. I'm looking forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, hear it for S.M.I.D.S.Y!
Good team, good machine. S.M.I.D.S.Y through, and the seeded Agrabot 2, they crash out. So the final of this heat, the very much fancied Panic Attack against the underrated S.M.I.D.S.Y. Be interesting, that's for sure.
Well, we're sitting here relaxing with the Panic Attack team before they go into the arena. Did you think Saw Point were really tough opposition for you?
Not really. They weren't very fast. They were very vulnerable to attacks. They didn't have much of a weapon. So...
We haven't seen you at your best yet, have we?
Possibly.
Well, I think S.M.I.D.S.Y were quite tough in the last battle.
Oh, S.M.I.D.S.Y's going to be a different kettle of fish altogether, I think. If we pick him up and turn him over, he can still run. He's very small, so the forks will lift him up, but the wheels will still be able to run, so he's going to be very tough.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, could this be the end for Panic Attack?
Oh no, it's not going to be the end. He's just going to be tough to beat, that's all.
All right, but he's fully capable. Go team. S.M.I.D.S.Y, the team from cyberspace, seem to have the Panic Attack boys a little bit worried.
Hard to see why, really. They're just very much similar design to us, only better. So why should they be worried?
Oh, maybe they were just being modest then.
Oh, they're the better drivers, and they've got the cute kids on their team, which is always an advantage in this game.
Don't put yourselves down. Now is not the time. You need to pick yourselves up. You've got a great robot.
We've got the better paint job this time.
Well, we asked for medium rare. They've done us well done.
Well, look, go into the arena, do your damnedest, and I'm sure you'll get there.
Thank you very much.
This is how they got to the final. Panic Attack with S.M.I.D.S.Y defeating Overkill. Then Sore Point, as we've just seen, very nearly out of the arena. Now, S.M.I.D.S.Y were very impressive, direct in that attack on Overkill, and against Agrabot, what a performance this was.
So we reach round 3. 2 more robots extinguished. 2 more about to set the house on fire, fighting for a place in our series semi-finals.
From Cumbraun and seed number 4, Panic Attack.
Was there a nervousness about the number 4 seeds from Wales?
Maidstone in Kent, S.M.I.D.S.Y.
There's certainly a confidence about these boys. Andy Pugh, we heard him speak a moment ago from Sheffield University. He's in the engineering department.
Stand by.
That's Panic Attack. With the front lifting forks, Kim Davis, his son Michael and Christian Bridge. And S.M.I.D.S.Y. There on the right-hand side, Mike Reed. Andy in the middle, Robin Bennett on the left-hand side. He'll drive the machine.
2, 1, activate.
He once built inflatable helicopter blades, Robin Bennett. Yeah, we'll try and work that one out. This is S.M.I.D.S.Y on the attack, straight away, against the number 4 seeds. They've got those new skirts down the side in this series to stop other robots getting in underneath Panic Attack. Improvements all the while from Kim Davis. Letting the fingers do the talking there very quickly. S.M.I.D.S.Y up and over, but again direct, aggressive. Panic Attack wants to draw S.M.I.D.S.Y on towards an arena wall, I would suggest, so they can get in, flick him up and over and out. At the moment, Panic Attack just holding the arena centre. I think they're trying to draw S.M.I.D.S.Y in here, Kim Davis. Now pushing towards the CPZ. There's Robin at the controls, the computer programmer. Again, driving at Panic Attack. Not even at the moment. S.M.I.D.S.Y the more aggressive. Perhaps Panic Attack the more controlled. Style, control, damage, aggression. That's what the judges will mark on. Should it go to them? Will it go to them? S.M.I.D.S.Y away from Panic Attack. It's cagey stuff. Panic Attack now in the grip. Raw dead metal. That'll count against Kim Davis. S.M.I.D.S.Y nearly got themselves into trouble. They have a big fan club here, look. S.M.I.D.S.Y, we haven't really seen the jaws work, have we, so far? But I do think they've done ever so well. They had radio signal problems in the last series. Better this time around, but now Panic Attack. Oh, aggressive, and look! They've got the forks impaled in the wheel housing of S.M.I.D.S.Y. The wheels from go-karts. A little bit of a gap around them. And Panic Attack and Kim Davis have found that gap. And now that could be the single most decisive moment of this entire heat. Panic Attack saw the opportunity, wait for it, and poor old S.M.I.D.S.Y impaled and being dragged around the arena. And while they are dragged around, they are simply open for anything Panic Attack wants to do. The jaws open wide. You see they're trying to get those jaws down to act as some sort of spring to right themselves. They've eventually got themselves clear anyway. I thought they had, but back comes Panic Attack. Maybe S.M.I.D.S.Y have been immobilised here. They're certainly being dragged towards the pit. I think they have been immobilised. Oh, they look so promising. But the heat final belongs to Panic Attack and not to those S.M.I.D.S.Y boys. The number 4 seeds have won it. Can our champions from the Second Wars go all the way again?
S.M.I.D.S.Y is smitten. Panic Attack are through to the series semi-finals. Last time we talked, you were quite confident.
Oh, we were never confident about beating Panic Attack.
Well, you're a tenacious little robot. But, I mean, and you sort of matched it for power. However, you didn't have that little lifter. And it lifted you up and it carried you around and the pits went open, so it just carried you around again and then it put you down and as soon as the pits opened, it picked you up again and threw you in the pits.
Well, he's the granddad. He was winning them before we were thinking of building them. I mean, come on. If we're going to lose to anyone, we might as well lose to a previous winner.
So, I mean, since you've been looking at the robots, have you spotted some design flaws that you think you can put right for the next wars?
Bits and bobs, that's up to him.
The duel's a really good weapon, but just far too slow.
Yeah.
Needs something faster.
Needs to be
powerful.
faster.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the way they work. They do nice. They do interesting things. They got us off the barrier in early about really nicely. They're just too slow.
Yeah, but we can get there. We can do that. That's.
You guys are from all over the country, aren't you? You kind of met on the internet.
Yeah, we're from everywhere. Kent, Surrey,
We hadn't
Yorkshire.
We hadn't met before we decided to build the robot.
And did you build it over the internet? I mean, were all the ideas exchanged over the internet and things?
Oh
yeah. The ideas for it. You just talk. We did more talking than God knows what about what we're going to do, and then people build stuff, post it to Andy, and it all comes together and works.
It was a phenomenal effort. It's what Robot Wars is all about. I hope you come back for the next wars. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for S.M.I.D.S.Y!
Are you looking at all that?
I'm in awe. I mean, that was easier than you thought it was going to be, wasn't it?
It wasn't
really?
easy at all.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was very difficult to catch, and actually, the only way we could get it is get it in the gap between the wheel and the bodywork, which we were lucky we did.
But I mean,
any
you
other
did
way,
it
it's just-
twice, so I mean, that's not luck, is it? I mean, that's by design. And what do you think of your dad's driving skills in that, then? I mean, the driving they were brilliant, weren't they? I mean, your driving skills, I mean, you're such a better driver now.
Well, in the last war, it was virtually uncontrollable. I couldn't position it, but now we put a gyro in it. It actually goes where I want it to go, so it's a lot better, yeah.
Series semi-finals, you've been there before.
Again.
Yeah. You're not nervous?
No.
What do you feel about being in the series semi-finals?
It's exciting.
Yeah. You looking forward to it?
Yes.
Have you got a feeling that you might go all the way again this time?
I don't know.
You don't know? Fingers crossed, eh?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ex-champions, let's hear it for Panic Attack! Well, if you're looking at TP, you'll find Indian squaws wishing they had a telly to watch Robot Wars. Bye-bye.